Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. So today we're going to be talking about, is your business profitable? I'm going to let that just hang in the atmosphere for a minute. Because when you're a business owner, to be honest, other than making sure you provide quality service to your clients, the only other question that is important is your business profitable? Point blank, period. Why do I say that? Because so many of us run a business and we accept that not being profitable for a very long time is okay. And we say things like, well, I just started a year ago. Somewhere in that year, you should have generated some revenue. Good morning, amazing Nubian. Somewhere within that year, you should have been able to recoup some of the money that you spent to get that business started. Somewhere within that year. Good morning, Precious. Good morning, D. Morris. Good morning, Adorn with Style. You should have saw some money starting to come back to you. And not seeing it is not an option. And so I know this may be a very hard conversation for some of us, but me being somebody who's passionate, good morning, Brandy Adams, about you and your money and your lifestyle, I would be remiss if I did not have this conversation with you. And Saturday night at 9 p.m., I'm having a special training about why your money is missing. If you don't register, you're not going to get it. Go to bit.ly/missingmoney21 and register right now. And it's not just you. I want to say that up front. It is not just you. It is women. Good morning, Star Diva. It is women across the board. And unfortunately, even more so, African American women. It's not your fault, but it is your problem. Does that make sense what I'm saying? It's not your fault. It has a lot to do with our backgrounds, how we were taught about money, the fact that we don't have a whole lot of money to start a business in the first place. There's so many impacts to being a woman in business and being an African American woman in business. Baby, it's a wonder we make it at all. But somebody say but now. And if you haven't shared the broadcast and invited somebody else to hear this, because I really feel like all women need to hear this, especially African American women need to hear this. But when you know better, you do better. And that's what I want to teach you, is how to do better. Now that we know better, understanding that there are tools and resources and work that we need to do on our mindset so that we understand that the six figures, the seven figures, the eight figures, and even beyond is possible for us. Somebody type me in the chat, because a lot of times we don't associate ourselves enough with riches. We don't associate ourselves enough with wealth. We don't consider ourselves the millionaires and the billionaires. We want to put it in Oprah's lap, and we want to put it in Michael Jordan's lap, and we want to say all of these things about everybody's else capacity to generate a whole lot of revenue. But what about me, Lord? But what about me? You are just as possible, just as capable, just as worthy as anybody else. But do you think so? And when it's all said and done, there's only two things that's going to keep you in the lane of being an entrepreneur. One is, do you offer stellar service to your clients? And number two, are you making a profit? Point blank. Somebody just put a period in the chat. Somebody just put a dot in the chat, because that's all that matters. Are you taking care of your clients? Good morning, Ursula. And are you making a profit? Point blank. Period. So let's talk about that this morning, because I want to give you some tools that are going to help you out. Come on Instagram with them periods, because that's all that matters. When you go to the grocery store, all they want to know is, do you have enough money to pay for your groceries? Point blank. Good morning, Sharuk. When it's time to pay your babies college tuition, all they want to know is, do you have the money? Point blank. And so a lot of people be like, well, coach, you hard on us. But I'm not harder than you. I'm not harder on you than your light company. Because when the light company won't stay money, all they want to know is, do you have their money? Point blank. Periods. They don't care about COVID made it hard for your business to make money. They don't care that your business was closed during COVID. They don't care that you're a single mother. Good morning, Carolyn. They don't care about any of the reasons. And we do have some valid reasons sometimes for not generating revenue. Again, we don't know what we don't know. But if I tell you it's possible, then that means you need to show up and make sure you have your hand out to get yours. So I'm doing a free training tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, bit.ly/missingmoney21. Make sure you register, because I'm going to give you about 5 rock star reasons. And I can promise you, if you take those 5 reasons and you start to execute those 5 reasons that you're not making money in your business, I can promise you a shift. Thank you, Thandika. I can promise you a shift. But you got to register. You got to show up. You got to take notes. You got to open your mind, and you have to learn, because what you've been taught about money is off base. What you've been taught about money is off kilter. What you've been taught about money and your ability to be able to have it and hold it and build generational wealth and leave your job with it and create a lifestyle for your family. The mass majority of what you've been taught is wrong. And why you running around looking for strategy, and why you running around looking for this missing piece and that missing piece, if you don't get a blueprint and a mindset, all of the strategy in the world won't help you. But let's talk about some stuff today that I just need to get off my chest. The first thing I want to ask is, are some of y'all embarrassed by your business? Why do I ask that? Well, why? Let me see a question mark if you want to know why I ask. Coach, why are you asking me? Am I embarrassed by my business? Because when I look through your social media, the infrequency in which you post, the limits. Oh, I'm going to post over on Instagram, or I'm going to post over on Facebook. Right now, I'm live on about 4 Facebook pages, Instagram, YouTube, and yes, Periscope. People be like, well, do Periscope? Good morning, Michelle. Still make money? Yes, I still make money on Periscope. I'm in 5 different places. Why would you isolate your business to just one place? And yes, you may not be a master in those other places. I'm on Clubhouse. How many of y'all on Clubhouse? Make sure you follow me on Clubhouse. I'm on there every night at 9 p.m. at Wealth Speaker. Why would you limit, number one, the amount of times, and number 2, the frequency in which you post about your business? I would not care. I would not care if somebody said she posts too much. I would not care if somebody say, you know, they used to say it about me before I made my first 7 figures. Baby, let me just see a round of applause, please. Let me just see a round of applause. Because, see, let me show you something about your money that you may not know. But the more they start to talk about you, the more you're onto something. The more they start, your name starts ringing in them streets, the closer you are to a breakthrough. The more that they put their mouth on you, the more money is going to be deposited in your bank account. So I just want to help somebody celebrate this morning the fact that the more they got something to say about you, the more you need to be celebrating that God is about to bring a deliverance to you that you don't quite see yet. So I'm going to go back to my story. Before I made my first 7 figures, hey, good morning, Denisha. Happy New Year. Before I made it, they talked about me, how much she go live. She always live. She this and she that. But she made a bunch of money going live. I'm about to get that old thing back. Let them talk. But you cannot be embarrassed about what God put in your hand. Let the world see it. I can tell you this. As much as we give ourselves, thank you guys for sharing the broadcast. As much as we give ourselves a hard time about who we are, and as many stories as we make up in our heads about not being capable and not being qualified and not being worthy, I can tell you that marketing is a numbers game. And that the more often you get in front of more people, that's more money you're going to make somebody type in more. See, regardless as to whether you got a good product or bad product, they don't know that till after they bought it. So while you over there still in the lab, tinkering around with whatever it is that you shoulda, woulda, coulda launched 6 months ago and been making some money, the more you get in front of people, the more you're going to sell. They don't know if it's a good product or not until they get it home. So if you wonder why you don't have more, it's because you're not taking more action. What kind of collaborations do you have? What kind of partnerships? Girl, come go live with me. Girl, I'm going to go live with you. Girl, let's do this contest together. Let's go here together. Let's get on LinkedIn and start a conversation. The more. How many of y'all are on my email list? I'm about to show y'all something. How many of y'all on my email list? I sold 400 tickets to the Fight for Your Money boot camp. Matter of fact, I'm bringing it back again. If you bought a ticket before, you get courtesy interest this time because I'm about to automate the marketing. How many of y'all are on my mailing list? If you're not, make sure you register for Saturday's webinar. You'll be on there, bit.ly/missingmoney21. Missing Money 21. When I asked them if they wanted to know how I sold 400 tickets to a boot camp. Now, tickets wasn't but $20, but 400 tickets is 400 tickets. I don't care if they wasn't but $1. I was able to get 400 people to break bread with me for $1. Anybody want to know how I sold 400 tickets? What it took to sell 500 tickets? It took a lot. It took a lot. It took 2 or 3 emails a day every day for about 30 days. It took me going live every day for about 30 days. It took me posting on Instagram, Facebook every day for 30 days. It took a lot. When I asked the people in the audience, how many times did you hear about this event. There were people that said, I only heard about it once. And there were people that said, I heard about it 30 times. Come on, Star Diva. But how many times is too many times to stay in somebody's face to eat? How many times is too many times to stay in somebody's face to be free off a job? How many times is too many times to ask somebody for what you need to move you to the next level? How many times is too many times? I don't think you can call my too many times. I don't think you can tell me that I market too much. I don't think you can tell me that I spread my good news in too many places. If you model Jesus Christ was everywhere preaching the gospel. So if God gave me a product or a service and I'm not everywhere promoting my product or service, I am remiss that my business ain't making a profit. Point blank. Gonna run them periods across the screen, y'all. Go on and let me see a period, y'all. Because at the end of the day, whether my business is making money or not is on me. Point blank. Period. So you can't tell me I market too much. I promote too much. Now, some of y'all do it wrong and backwards, all in people's inbox, trying to sell them something that they don't want. But if it's your Facebook page, if it's your Instagram page, if it's your LinkedIn page, and you ain't putting nothing on it, shame on you, point blank. And then had a nerve to say, you don't have this or you don't have that. But the word says you have not because you ask not. And that's absolutely right, Tandika. People cannot buy a product that you keep secret. And some of y'all be running around here with your business on hush mode. Some of y'all be running around here like you sneaking to run a business. Some of y'all be running around here like, I don't want nobody to know I got this business over here. You don't keep your job a secret. Let them give you a little piece of title on your job and see how you be running around telling people how you the vice president of paper bags. Hello. Let them give you a little piece of title at your job and see how you be running around telling everybody you the vice, you the supervisor of the bathroom. Stop me when I'm lying, y'all. Baby, you be running around to my yes, they just promoted me to the executive of a paper towels. Girl, what is that, girl? You know they just did that to keep from giving you a raise. Girl, you know that ain't no real job. Good morning, Sky Grinder Lounge. You know that ain't no real job, girl. You know I had somebody, now this is the truth, Mom. Do you know I had somebody tell me how they worked all year? Hard, girl. They worked hard. Got all kind of awards and Employee of the Month. MUNTH month. And at the end of it all, they called her in and told her, you know, your rating can either be poor, good, or exceptional. They called her in to tell her her rating was exceptional for the year. And they proceeded to give her an 80-cent raise. I'm going to hold it right there. Like Luther say, keep it right there, keep it right there, keep it right there. Oh, yeah. They gave her an 80. When she told me, I said, 80%? Girl, that's good. She said, Coach, no. I'm talking about 3/4 and a nickel. See, that's when I would have been on the news. See, that's why I know I'm not employable anymore. See, I used to think things like that was okay. But see, now that I know my earning potential, I know things like that just ain't right. They gave that girl 80s. Baby, when I got through taking off on that woman, see, they lucky I found Jesus. Because it'll be a day, baby, I'll be getting took out that job with a coat over my head because I would have just took off. And when the police came, because they going to call, when I get finished, they're going to call the police. They're going to call the police. When I get through swinging on HR and tearing up that job, they're going to call the police. And when the police asks, what made her act a fool? I'm going to say, bruh, they offered me 80-cent increase for the year. Now, don't laugh. Don't laugh too hard. Some of y'all probably been through the same thing too. It's just that you know me and I don't know you. Some of y'all probably had or didn't get an increase. At least they gave us something. How long are you going to be insulted? How long are you going to be insulted? How long are you going to be insulted when your company is making record profits? How long are you going to be insulted when your company is on the news every other day? When your boss is making 10 times more than you are and your boss's boss is making any more? I'm just letting y'all know. It's not cool to not make a profit in your business. This is all you have. If you haven't already registered for tomorrow night's webinar, bit.ly/missingmoney21, make sure you register ASAP. Tomorrow night at 9 p.m. It's going to go down. If you're not registered, you're going to miss it. You got to stop letting these jobs embarrass you with the way they treat you, and you've got options. But not making money in your business is not an option. Number 2. So we talked about, Miss Sears, make sure you tag me in the post. So we talked about being embarrassed about having a business, not being consistent in your promotions. Oh, this is the big one right here. Y'all ready for the big one? Anybody ready to say yeah? Anybody ready to say yeah? If you're ready out there, say yeah. Will y'all be like, Coach is crazy? Hey, good morning, Cynthia. I do this to entertain myself. Okay? Whether you watch this video or not, I have to be here. And if you knew, I've done like 5,000 live stream videos. So at the end of the day, if I don't entertain myself, I'm going to get bored. So all the foolishness you see, that be me entertaining myself. So if anybody ready to say yeah, you need to quit underpricing your products and your services. Some of y'all's prices is so low, it embarrassed me. Somebody just go ahead and say, wow, Coach. Some of y'all's products and services is so inexpensive that it's embarrassing. When I look at your price, because I understand what we call in the business world COGS, which is the cost of goods sold. When I understand how much it costs you to make or service a particular product, and I look at what you're charging, I know immediately that you are grossly and negligently. Why did I say grossly? Because it grosses me out. It makes me sick. You know your prices ain't right. Why do I say negligently? Because when you underprice for your products and services, you are messing up the entire ecosystem of entrepreneurs. When you undercharge, you messing up my money, you messing up their money, you messing up the whole je ne sais quoi. Because they over there with you and your cheap self. And then when they come over here, and I'm going to charge them according to my worth. Somebody type in my worth, because some of you don't understand the worth of your time and the worth of your knowledge and the worth of you doing this for years and the worth of all the mistakes that you've made that will keep somebody else from making mistakes. See, some of y'all don't understand your worth. So type it in, my worth. So when they come over here, and I know I'm going to help you build a six-figure business or beyond, and I know I have the capacity to help you build a seven-figure business, and I know what's going to get you making money sooner rather than later. So I'm going to charge my worth. They looking at me upside my head. Nah, mama. I'm not with the March of Dimes like your sister. Y'all over there treating real life clients like charity cases. Somebody heard that. Y'all need to be posting that on Facebook and Instagram. Y'all over there treating clients like charity cases. Like everybody that come through your door can't afford. Girl, you is not the girl, you not the red. Girl. I'm going to tell you like the Bible say, because you know the Bible be using nor. You are not the March of Dimes, nor are you the Red Cross that you would allow people to partake of your goods and services for almost free. You're not. You're not. And who are you anyway? Who are you anyway to be starting all these nonprofits and you ain't even made a profit? Girl, you're going to be in your own soup kitchen. You know who's going to support your charity? Your family. Because you stealing from your family to feed other people. And you're going to look up. You're going to look up. Your husband going to be in your soup line. Your kids going to be in your soup. I don't know. Put it this way. When you undercharge, you make us all look bad. That's the ouch. When you undercharge, you make us all look bad. And the ones that don't undercharge, oh, you make them look greedy. You know, we need to normalize things like invoices, payment plans, payment arrangements, payment options. I'll give you options to pay. I don't expect anybody to just go in their pocket and pay me off the rip, but you will pay me. But when you undercharge, You make all of our businesses look like mom and pop businesses. Somebody say, ouch. I done ran people off the broadcast, y'all. Baby, somebody was so convicted that they couldn't even hear these words no more. They had to get out of here because they said, man, that's me right there. I hope it helps you. I hope it helps you. Good morning, LaShawn. I hope it helps you. Because you're making us all hustle harder. You're giving us all a bad name. And it comes down to learning how to increase your value. Good morning, Coco with the T. Learning how to get people to buy your product no matter what it's cost. And you can't just up and learn that. You got to have somebody teaching you. If you haven't already registered for the free training tomorrow night, that's another thing. You've got to start realizing who God assigned you to take you to the money. Somebody say, take me, coach. You got to decide who you're going to align with or who you think God sent here to take you to the money. And we know somebody got to take us because, see, the Israelites didn't just go to the promised land. They were took. And when you know you're in alignment with somebody to take you, then you've got to stop eating off of everybody else's plate. Somebody's going to listen to me in a minute. And the reason I say that is because if you're not careful, the enemy will distract you with other words from other people. And you going this way because I told you something. And you're going this way because somebody else told you something. And you're literally holding yourself in place because you're not following one voice. So you got to understand that, I know it's a lot of free information out here, and I know it's very tempting to go try to consume it all, but eating too much ain't going to do nothing but leave you with a stomach ache. It's not going to necessarily make you profitable. Point blank. Period. And that's the question, right? Are you running a profitable business? Meaning, are you getting out more than what you're putting in? Are you consistently selling products and services? And if you're not, understanding that that's a real problem that needs to be fixed sooner rather than later. So inconsistent pricing. I'm going to leave y'all with this one too before I get out of here this morning. Not understanding who is for you. Now, the same way I told you that God aligned certain people to take you there, you're also aligned to take certain people there. Whether you're a stylist and you're aligned to help this person with their clothing, whether you're a salon owner and you're aligned to help that person get their hair right, we all sit in alignment. And somebody somewhere is waiting on you to line up so they can say to you, take me. Take me, I'm going. But yes, indeed, you always have to start with who is for me and who's not for me. And doing the work. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. I've been offline for like 2 or 3 days dealing with this house. I have so much work to do. But I will be back later this afternoon, number one. Number two, if you're not already following me on Clubhouse, make sure you do. I'm on Clubhouse Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time with Pastor J. We be lighting y'all up at night, so make sure you tune in. And then also, if you've not registered for tomorrow's webinar, and bring a friend. Post it on your social media. Look, my wealth coach is having a seminar about how to make sure your business is profitable. You need to be there. Post it in some of these groups that you hang out in. bit.ly/missingmoney21. LaShawn, I got you. That's for sure. So I will be back later today, guys. Again, if you're not following me on Clubhouse, make sure you do. I love you guys. And remember, you are worthy. You are capable. You is kind. You is smart. And you is intelligent. And don't let nobody else tell you different. Love you guys. Have a great day.